This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, August 30th, 2021. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. The Pentagon thwarted an ISIS-K car bomb attack Sunday in Kabul, while troops scrambled to still get the few hundred American citizens trapped in Afghanistan on planes and out of the country. Pentagon correspondent Ben Wolfgang reports top military officials said a U.S. drone intercepted an explosives-laden car that was destined for the Kabul airport. U.S. Central Command said significant secondary explosions from the vehicle indicated the presence of a substantial amount of explosive material. Had the vehicle reached its destination, it would have led to a significant loss of life and potentially derailed the withdrawal process. White House officials still believe other attacks could be on the horizon, and Pentagon officials have issued similar warnings. The Islamic State Khorasan, known as ISIS-K, has claimed responsibility for the August 26 killings of 13 American soldiers at the Kabul airport, as well as more recent rockets fired at the airport that were shot down by U.S. troops over the weekend. Rowan Scarborough digs into the details about the terrorist group and their ties in Afghanistan. According to a United Nations report from last year, ISIS-K, which was formed as an offshoot of the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, has about 2,000 terrorists from Iraq, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and other countries. ISIS-K has also maintained a tactical accommodation with the Haqqani network, which previously carried out mass killings in Kabul. The Haqqani network is a Pakistan-based terrorist army aligned with al-Qaeda and the Taliban, whose fighters seek safety across the border in Haqqani strongholds to regroup and to replenish. On the coronavirus, COVID-19 hospitalizations among children have risen to the highest levels of the pandemic. Tom Howe reports hospital admissions among infants to 17-year-olds are at their highest of the pandemic, averaging 313 per day over the past week. That's up from 281 per day during the prior 7-day period. Roughly 12,300 people overall are being admitted to the hospital for COVID-19 each day in the United States, so pediatric admissions make up nearly 2% of all patients. The trend is upending preconceived notions about the coronavirus, which battered nursing homes and older adults before vaccines became available late last year. Roughly 9 in 10 seniors have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, while children under 12 are not yet eligible for a vaccine while clinical trials still play out. Scientists say severe outcomes among children do remain rare. Of the 630,000 deaths from COVID-19 in the U.S., 450 were minors, according to federal data. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Don't have access yet? Visit WashingtonTimes.com/George and get 25% off your annual subscription. At the White House, President Biden will meet this week with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. S.A. Miller and Jeff Murdoch report Ukrainian corruption will be near the top of the agenda, the same issue that has imbued both the U.S.'s and the president's relationship with the Eastern European country for nearly a decade. Biden has said preventing government corruption is key to Ukraine's bid to join NATO, which is one of Zelensky's priorities. Biden and his family were the subject of a phone call from former President Trump to Zelensky in July 2019 that led to Trump's first impeachment. And finally, James Varney looks at the growth of ETFs that are grouped by ideological interest. ETFs are exchange-traded funds, that is, an investment fund that trades under its own symbol on a stock exchange. ETFs such as the American Conservative Values ETF seek to only invest in companies that share similar values. The portfolios seek to combat not only what company directors may say or do, but also what increasingly powerful asset managers may direct a company to do. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and follow us for free on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Just search Washington Times. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.